very warm welcome to Brand Equity with me, Sonali Krishna. Today, we're focusing on a category that has done quite well and has risen to become a priority within most households. Over the last few months, the COVID 19 pandemic has pushed businesses across sectors to change the way they operate, and the insurance industry is no exception. From selling new policies to settling claims, the extended lockdown in the wake of COVID 19 has pushed insurance companies to depend heavily on their digital architecture as well as up their game when it comes to mapping consumer behavior as well as serving them. Today, I'm joined by the Chief Marketing Officer of Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance as well as General Insurance, Chandramohan Mehra, to talk about the category at large, how consumer behavior has shifted, and of course, everything in between. Thank you so much, Chandramohan. Truly a pleasure having you on Brand Equity.
Thank you for having me, Sonali. It's a pleasure.
Okay, first things first, the last 6 months must have been very, lot of heavy lifting for you. It must have been very intense. Give me a sense of what the last 6 months has been for you at Bajaj Alliance.
It's been intense and in a good way. I say that uh, for several years now, the insurance industry has been seen as a push centric category. It's the pandemic is changing that view. Now there is a huge infinity for pure life insurance and health cover products from the consumer itself. The search volumes for pure life, critical illness, and health covers have gone up by several folds. So there is a shift in the consumer behavior. The risk mitigation mindset is taking precedence over savings or long-term investment products.
Okay, Chandramohan, just to jog the time period a little bit, before COVID or pre-COVID, what was the insurance penetration in the country and the awareness and the fact that how critical it was in one's life, vis-a-vis, now when we are in the midst of a pandemic, how much of that penetration you've seen grown from its pre-COVID levels, and of course even awareness levels.
So it's too early to measure how the pandemic is impacting the insurance penetration. Okay. All I can say, the insurance industry is categorized in two forms of product categories. Okay. One is the pure term products, and second is the non-term products. Okay. The non-term products essentially comprise of savings, unit link products. What has happened in the context of pandemic is the term is got positively impacted. Because of market volatility and the liquidity constraint. The savings or the investment products have not been faring as well as they did before pandemic. The term has positively impacted. Now, when you measure the penetration has been on the back of both the products. So we'll see eventually in few months how this unfolds and actually impacts the penetration. The term part has positively impacted. Now I can tell from our example. For us, our number of policies have increased by 47% in this financial year from starting from April to August. This is
Wow.
on the back of a pure term insurance product. Our our YTD in terms of individual rated business premium, the way the industry measures the performance, we have grown by 9%. Okay, it is back on the pure term product. While for industry, the industry has degrown by 10%, by 10%. Private has grown by 15%, and LIC has degrown by 2%. So while there has been degrown overall at the industry level, both private and LIC and overall, it is on account of the non-term taking a bit of a hit.
So explain that to me because I'm not an insurance expert. So just for the layperson and for my understanding, if you can break that down for me. So you're saying the industry has degrown. Term policies have seen an increase. Private has declined by 15%, while LIC has degrown by 2%. I would have assumed that this is one category because suddenly everybody is fearing death, and fearing illness. This should have seen a spike. So, and you're saying you've seen a spike in the term category, in term life insurance. So explain to me the different buckets and how the consumer psyche is currently working to, which is why we're seeing these trends.
As I said, it is the risk mitigation mindset. So risk has become the reality now. Okay. So earlier, lot of us as consumers invested in life insurance products in the context of long-term savings or long-term investment products. So these products were basically endowment, unit-linked life insurance products, or so on and so forth. So those now, since risk is taken precedence over long-term savings, the term is seeing an upward swing, while the consumer is taking a back seat on planning for the lifetime goal, because he's increasing on is trying to protect now and protecting, and that's why the pure term is seeing a huge affinity for among the consumer. Also, there are liquidity constraints among the consumers, and hence the decision now to, and also the market volatility. Those two conditions are impacting the behavior or affinity towards the market linked products. And hence, since bulk of the life insurance products were skewed towards non-term, you're seeing this the category, there's a degrowth happening in the category. But overall, on a larger context, in terms of life insurance or pure term insurance, that's what is the core fundamental of the core promise of the life insurance sector. That is seen as striking a huge resonance with the consumers. So it is spontaneously people searching for what best products meet their needs. So the search has gone high.
Right. And how would you say health insurance per se has fared in the last 6 months? Also, tell me whether most of India saw health as a requirement, as a priority, as something critical that a household should invest in.
So health, the affinity toward health has increased by several folds, even in terms of search volume. Over life insurance, the health search volumes have almost been 2 to 2.5 times that of pure life insurance. What are the consumers looking for? Basically, looking for critical illnesses. Second is if the product covers COVID claim. Third is the claim settlement process and numbers of the claim settlement ratios. These are the three drivers of the health insurance category. So in context, if I have to categorize the overall industry, insurance industry, on three, from health, term, and savings and investment, it is health is what is being most searched for, or the affinity toward health is the most, followed by pure term, and third is the savings or non or investment linked products.
It's interesting that you're talking about how people have adopted digital to get queries sorted, settle claims, or even have any doubts that they have. Would you say that these virtual modes is giving comfort to broadly the large population, chatting via digital, or is there some amount of comfort still in the physical realm when you're looking to sell or they're looking to get their doubts sorted?
So, Sonali, this is precisely we are trying to address, and we see there are two parts of the customer journey. One is the pre-sale and the post-sales. Post-sales, the consumer has moved and pretty comfortable conducting the post-sale transaction unassisted. He can do it himself on a self-service portal. So, in terms of renewal, claim settling, getting queries resolved, it's happening on digitally. He's very comfortable doing it without any assistance. On the pre-sale side, the reliance on some sort of a human interaction, an assistance, a human assistance is what the consumer is seeking for. And to address that, what we have done is we have launched a digital asset called Smart Assist. It's a co-browsing initiative. To my mind, this is one of the most relevant and innovative digitals developed by any life insurance companies during this time. What this does, it allows the customer to share the screen. And through a very transparent and secured way, the customer can seek assistance from the agent in terms of completely filling the form details to getting all the query resolved, completing the entire sales transaction. So, this is one such digital innovation that addresses both the convenience of tech and is aided by a physical, a human interaction. Yeah, and it's been really receiving an overwhelming response from both the customers and the customer facing teams. We launched this 3 weeks back, and the adoption has been enormous.
Chandramohan, how would you rate the insurance literacy of the country?
uh, See, few years back, there was a lot of focused effort from the industry on driving awareness levels. Okay, so there were things on why insurance and how much insurance you need to have, why health and how much should you have. But I think at this stage, relatively, at least among insurable section, the awareness uh, for insurance or health product is gone up high. There's, of course, still a long distance for the industry to cover, and several initiatives by the industry jointly have been rolled out since the last year. And one such initiative was by the Insurance Awareness Committee, where all the life insurers came together, both the life insurance and the general insurance. So there is work happening, but still a long road to travel for the insurance.
In terms of getting the industry back to its pre-COVID levels, I know that this is a year for survival for most sectors and of course for most individuals as well. How do you see that panning out in terms of vibrancy coming back into the insurance sector?
So things are looking positive from August onwards. Okay, we have had a growth rate of 13% in August, and even if you look at the industry figures on August, they are looking far better than it was till July. So in next couple of months, my sense is the industry may uh, bounce back to its normal levels. There
Okay.
is also a set of customers who believe that these are the right market conditions to invest. The guaranteed products are back in flavor. There's a huge demand for guaranteed products. So other non-term products are also seeing an uptake, and the branches are opening, and the digital infrastructure is getting far more stabilized. There's far greater comfort by the distributor and customer now to transact digitally than it was a few months back. So the industry, I sense that the industry will fall back to the pre-COVID levels maybe in the next couple of months.
Right. We've seen Bajaj Alliance quite active in its communication strategy, even during the last 6 months. Whether you've onboarded fitness experts like Mandira Bedi or Anushka Panjwani to basically keep communication on, or your recent campaign with Ayushman Khurrana. Uh, how is that? Why did you deem it necessary to keep activities ongoing? Most marketers actually decided to hibernate. So why did you decide, alternatively? And B, what is the kind of response you've got from these activities?
The context was for us two things. We had to reassure our customers that we are around to cater to their policing needs, to the branches who are shared. So a lot of the focus went on driving and communicating about digital assets. Hey, we are here to solve for you, be it WhatsApp services or self-service portal. You not come to the branches, then you do that. So a lot of communication was that. Second was we also had to be relevant in context of 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 being really caring for the well-being of larger ecosystem at play. So we're talking about ecosystem participant in terms of customers, our employees, primarily their families, our partners, agents, so on and so forth. And we said the only way we could do our bit in sustaining fitness levels is why not provide an inclusive and access to fitness experts in the areas of yoga, breathing, meditation, so on and so forth through live streaming sessions on social media. So we were doing these sessions almost thrice a week, and it's a huge response in terms of people, employees participating with their parents or their kids, their families coming and participating and joining the live streaming sessions. So that was on the on our way of keeping the brand relevant in these times. We chose Ayushman Khurrana for two reasons. One is we wanted to have a face which which had high likability and relatively factor, and Ayushman outscored this as compared to his peers on this factors. Second is the values of Balik and Ayushman Khurrana basis the consumer survey. There were synchronous values of being authentic, innovative, and responsibility and trustworthiness. There was sort of match, and a celebrity provides the necessary noticeability for the communication. As I said, we had to anchor the communication on our term product and the digital innovation smart assist, and a celebrity like Ayushman Khurrana brings that much more relatability and likability to the communication.
So, there's been a lot of burst of activity, whether it be on social media or on television. As a marketer, where are you punting your money? Where are you betting your money for maximum impact and reach?
See, to my mind, both the mediums, television and digital, will coexist for next few years. Okay, the choice of the medium primarily depends on the marketing or the business task at hand. Okay, while television brings the benefit of cost per low cost per thousand reach, digital brings to the table measurability, sharp targeting, and agility of communication. To my mind, it is going to be an integrated approach that will finally impact the holistic business and marketing objectives.
I want to wrap this interview by asking you a very fundamental question, Chandramohan. And correct me if I'm wrong, but one usually when they look at, insurance companies, be it life, health, whatever, most of the population, a large part of the population, have this perception that we will put this money in, but when the time comes, we won't get our money back. There seems to be this sort of, a strange misconception. Would you say that today, as we have evolved and reached 2020, these myths, some of these myths have been busted, or they are still predominant in this space?
Now, if you look at the quantum of claims that are being settled by general and life insurance, is humongous. Look at all the natural disaster, the money which the life insurance or general insurance companies shelled out to deliver on the claim promises was far higher than what even the government supported during the natural calamities. If you look at the claim settlement ratios of each of the large life insurers, they speak for themselves. Look at the several innovative simplified claim processes insurance companies have unfolded in the last few years. I can tell you in context of Bajaj Allianz General Insurance. Very, very simplified. Your car gets damaged, you can just click a picture, upload on the app, and your claim is reimbursed in 20 minutes. Same for health. Just click the pictures of your bills, upload on the app, you get reimbursed in 20 minutes. A very simplified claim processes. So at one level, the what we're trying to do is use tech, use the power of tech to simplify the the claim process. Yeah, so a lot of work happening both at the life insurers and the general insurance sector to simplify this process. And if you look at the data in terms of quantum of claims that are getting settled, the story speaks for itself.
Great. I mean, this 20-minute reimbursement is great. I think I'm going to get myself a Bajaj Alliance insurance, and if it doesn't work, I'll call you.
Please.
Well, great. On that note, thank you so much for your time and your insights, Chandramohan. Hopefully, we will see this sector also rise, to much healthier levels, in time to come, like other sectors as well. And keep up the good work on digitization and trying to assist the consumer and making it simplistic for the consumer so as to there is some security that if something goes wrong, insurance players like yourselves are there to help us out.
Thank you.